gates open up. With understanding you order the seasons. Creating day and night. Creating day and night. Turning darkness into light. Arranging the stars to your pleasing. By wisdom, oh God. By wisdom, oh God. Heaven's gates open up. With understanding you order the seasons. Creating day and night. Turning darkness into light. Arranging the stars to your pleasing. Oh, Barakue, Adonai, Amavora,
this morning, God of wisdom. By wisdom, you laid the foundations of the world. Oh God, by wisdom, you fixed the heavens, you fixed the earth. By wisdom, mighty and everlasting Father, you created everything. God of wisdom, we are here this morning to ask you for wisdom. Lord our Father, while many will wait until power of the supernatural sweep up their sickness and diseases, the whole lot of them, of this trouble, wisdom can take care of. So that's why we come to deal with this morning. Bless us as we listen in the name of Jesus Christ. I'm still addressing issue of head and heart connection. Subheading practical wisdom. Practical wisdom. The heart is important. Without the heart, learning of the heads and the mind are useless. Solomon asked God to give him wisdom. Among everything he would have asked God, he asked for wisdom so that he may lead the people of God aright. Often we talk about it, but the practicality is lacking. How do I come by wisdom? How can I train my child to have wisdom? Me, the parent, do I have wisdom? So many of us do not know where to start. This morning we want to share with you, while wisdom is important and how you can get it. Turn with me the book of 1 Kings chapter 3, reading from verse 5.
The Lord appeared to him in a dream.
The Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream
That night.
And
told him to ask for anything he wanted.
Told him to ask for anything he wanted.
And it will be given to him.
And it will be given to him.
Solomon replied.
You
were wonderfully kind to my father David.
You were wonderfully kind to my father David.
Because he was honest and true.
Because he was honest and true.
And faithful to you.
And
obeyed your commands. And you have continued your kindness to him. By giving him a son. To succeed him. Oh Lord my God, I pray thee. Now you have made me the king. Instead of my father David. But I am as a little child. Who doesn't know his way around. And here I am among your own chosen people. A nation so great.
That is so great.
That there are almost too many people to count.
They have too many people to count.
Give me an understanding mind.
Please, give me understanding mind.
So that I can govern your people.
Don't make me an idiot.
And know the difference between what is right and
I want to know what is different, what is right and what is wrong.
For who by himself is able to carry such a heavy responsibility
Without wisdom.
The Lord was pleased with his reply.
The Lord was surprised with this reply and was so pleased.
And was glad that Solomon had asked for wisdom. So he replied. Because you have asked for wisdom. In governing my people.
You stopped and knew quite all right that it is not by your own wisdom, knowledge, and you asked me to give you wisdom.
And haven't asked for a long life.
You have not asked for a long life.
Or riches for
yourself.
Or the defeat of your enemies.
Yes.
I'll give you what you asked for.
I will give you what you asked for.
I will give you a wiser mind.
I'm giving you a wiser mind.
than anyone else has ever had.
Nobody has had it since the creation of the world.
Or ever will have.
It takes wisdom to ask for wisdom. A fool does not come and say, give me wisdom. You must have to be interested in wisdom and have known what wisdom can do before you can ask for it. A lot of us send our children to schools without thinking about wisdom. That there should be wisdom in the institution to impact the children. A parent that has no wisdom does not know how to go about it. And this is the difference. Wisdom. Wisdom. When a fool is moving along the road, it can cause you to laugh because he does not know anything. He opens his mouth. Foolishness appear. You don't need a prophet to tell you he's an idiot. You say, is it not the one that I thought at his level he should be wise? He's not wise. The other day I saw a whole big doctor who was disgraced. And I don't know how he'll recover in life because he has no wisdom. Foolishness overtook him and rendered him impotent. Oh Lord Jesus, I would have asked you to continue reading, but let us stop so far. We have heard that he requested for wisdom, and God has granted to give him wisdom. And also the Lord has practical way to come about it. It's one thing to kneel down and ask God for wisdom. It's another thing to go to the places he has installed wisdom and begin to take them. Turn with me in the book of Proverbs. I read these Proverbs to my children early in the morning, in the evening, when they were growing up. I have not ceased reading them. You like to sit down and you don't know where to start. I want to tell you that the class of Wisdom 101 is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1. And it is so interesting if you can find the Living Bible, the language the children can understand. How would they know what is wisdom if they do not practically see it, know the difference between foolishness and wisdom? That's one thing that we do in Living Word Academy. The foundation of the life of the children. Blessed is he that will teach your child wisdom. Let us start reading from verse 1.
These are the Proverbs of King Solomon of Israel.
These are the Proverbs of King Solomon of Israel.
David's son.
David's own son, who asked for wisdom.
He wrote them to teach his people.
He wrote them to teach his people
how to live.
How to live. That is how to. How to. Wisdom has to do with how to. You can talk, you can rebuke, you can flog, yet the child has not understood what you are talking about. Except you sit down, if you have understanding, to begin to teach him. Yes.
How to act in every circumstance.
How to act in every circumstance.
For he wanted them to be understanding.
He wanted them to be wise. He wanted them to be understanding.
Just.
And
fair in everything they did.
And fair in everything they did.
I want to make the simple-minded wise.
I want to make the simple-minded wise. I want to make the foolish-minded wise. He said.
I want to warn young men.
I want to warn young men, young girls, young people.
About some problems they will face.
About some problems they will face if they don't have wisdom.
I want those already wise to become the wiser.
I want already those who are already wise to be wiser.
And become leaders.
And become leaders. How can you be a leader without wisdom?
By exploring the depths of meaning in these nuggets of truth.
By exploring depths of meaning in this nugget of truth, in this teaching.
How does a man become wise?
How does a man become wise?
The first step is to trust and reverence the Lord.
The first step to become wise is to stop and reverence the Lord.
Only fools refuse to be taught.
Only fools refuse to be taught, refuse admonition.
Listen to your father and mother.
Listen to your father and mother.
What you learn from them,
what you learn from your father and your mother,
will stand you in good stead.
Will stand you in good stead. Stop all foolish argument and listen to them. Stop pushing them to take you to the places of your interest. And they will allow you. Now you have gone to those places, you are now in trouble. Yeah. Go ahead.
It will gain you many honors.
Wisdom will give you many honor.
If young toughs tell you,
if all the hooligans tell you,
come and join us.
Come and join us.
Turn your back on them.
Turn your back on them.
We will hide and rob and kill. They say.
We hide and rob and kill.
They say.
They say.
Good or bad.
Good or bad.
We will treat them all alike.
We treat them all alike.
And the loot we will get.
The loot we get.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff we get.
Come on.
Come on, join us.
Throw in your lot with us.
Come on, throw your lot with us.
We will split with you in equal share.
We will split with you whatever we stole in equal share.
Don't do it, son.
Don't do it, son. Don't do it, son. Don't do it. Don't follow them to be foolish. Yes.
Stay far from men like that.
Stay far from people like that.
For crime is their way of life.
Crime is their way of life.
And murder is their specialty.
And murder is their specialty.
When a bird sees a trap.
When a bird sees a trap
being set. When a bird sees a trap being set.
When a bird sees a trap being set.
It stays away.
He stays away.
But not these men.
Not these young people.
They trap themselves.
They trap themselves in their hostels.
They lay a booby trap for their own lives.
They lay a boogie trap for their own life.
Such is the fate of all.
Such is the fate of all
who live by violence and murder.
Who live by violence and murder.
They will die a violent death.
They will die in violence.
Wisdom shouts in the streets.
When these things are happening, there are people who are different from you and who don't act like you. Because they hear voice of wisdom shouting in the street.
For a hearing.
For a hearing.
She calls out to the crowd.
Because there are many of us in the crowd, but he's shouting to the crowd.
Along main streets.
Along main streets.
And to the judges in their courts.
And to the judges in their courts.
And to everyone in all the land.
And to everyone in all the land.
You simpletons.
You foolish person.
She cries.
She cried.
How long will you go on being fools?
How long will you go on being fools?
How long will you scoff at wisdom?
How long will you scoff and laugh at wisdom?
And fight the facts.
And fight facts that are obvious facts that are before you.
Come here and listen to me.
Oh, wisdom says, come here and listen to me.
I will pour out the spirit of wisdom upon you.
I will pour out the spirit of wisdom upon you.
And make you wise.
And make you wise.
I have called you so often.
I have called you so often. Whenever you are sleeping, try to speak to you.
But still you won't come.
But still you won't come.
I have pleaded.
And pleaded. And pleaded.
But all in vain.
All in vain. You still a stupid child you are.
For you have spurned my counsel and reproof.
You have spurned my counsel and reproof. Someday, I tell you,
you'll be in trouble.
You will be in trouble very soon.
And I'll laugh.
And then wisdom will stay one corner and laughing when they handcuff you.
Mock me, will you?
Mock me with me.
Mock me.
Mock me with
will
me.
You?
Will you?
I'll mock you.
Wisdom will mock you.
When a storm of terror surrounds you.
When the storm of terror surrounds you.
And when you are engulfed by anguish.
And when you are engulfed by anguish.
And distress.
And distress.
Then I will not answer your cry for
Then
help.
whenever you cry, I will be laughing at you.
It will be too late, though.
It will be too late, though.
You search for me ever so anxiously.
You search for wisdom ever anxiously, but it is very late.
For you closed your eyes to the facts.
You closed your eyes to the facts when I was warning you.
And did not choose to reverence and trust the Lord.
And did not choose to go to church, choose to hear anybody that will even give you good advice. Your friends you have surrounded yourself with are all those vagabonds.
And you turned your back on me.
You turned your back on wisdom.
Spurning my advice.
Spurning my advice.
That is why you must eat the bitter fruit.
That is why, certainly, you will eat the bitter fruit
of having your own way.
Of having your own way.
And experience the full terror.
And experience the full terror.
Of the pathway you have chosen.
Of the pathway you have chosen. What is happening to you right now? My father has always done that to me in those days before he died. When I do that, which he told me not to do, and a calamity fall upon me, he comes to our native way of doing, of saying, it serves you right, by saying to me, oin, 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 oin. And that time he will be saying that, the situation will be more painful. When wisdom is laughing at you, situation is usually more painful. Yes.
For you turned away from me.
You turn away from wisdom.
To death.
To death.
Your own complacency will kill you.
Your own complacency and arrogance will kill you.
Fools.
Fools.
But all who listen to me.
But all who listen to wisdom today
shall live in peace and safety.
What do you feel